You know just what you do.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Shine On at Home with Cindy. If you're new here, you guys, this channel is all about home stuff. I share my life, trips. I'm retired, and so, you know, it's not hustle and bustle all the time. You know, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do, right? Well, some days rock on, they roll around, and you have to take care of home stuff, right? Okay, you guys, y'all that have been with me for a little while, you know, I just downsized from a huge house down to a lot smaller house. But regardless, it doesn't matter. There's still stuff you have to do every day to maintain whatever space you live in. If it's big old, if it's little, it don't matter, you know. You still have to maintain and do stuff. Well, y'all can see right here, okay? I hadn't made my bed yet. And y'all, I just want to tell you this too. I just finished a video. I'm doing another one. And so I'm in the same shorts and stuff. So there may be some people say, hey, she's wearing those clothes, you know. It's the same day, y'all, same day. I want to bring you guys along for just like an around the house type video, because there's some things I need to do. I got to get this in order. Y'all, question, y'all have a pillow addiction? It's a thing. It's a real thing. I do. I've got pillows on the floor down here, over here on the floor. The pillows, y'all, it's a thing with me. I also want to take you into my my guest room. If you can remember when we first moved here, you couldn't close the door on that closet. It was billowing with linens, all kinds of stuff. Decor, y'all, I've gotten rid of most of my decor, just about. I sold a bunch, I gave a bunch away. Anyway, it's been a process. But since we've been here, I've taken a break. I've taken a break because it's like, well, it's good enough. You know, it's good enough. And it is good enough. You know, it's still not right. You know, you've got spaces that's not organized, or, you know, it's not just the way it really needs to be. So anyway, I'm going to take you guys in that closet and kind of show you what, and it's still not good. It's still not perfect. I'm also going to be asking for some of you guys' opinion on something regarding our music instruments. If you'll remember, our big house, we had that huge office area that was like a music room and all this type of thing. Now, y'all, that's gone now. It's gone. Still have a lot of the instruments. So I'm trying to figure out where to put them, and I would love to display some like guitars and stuff, because I think it's, well, not only does John play them, it's decor. It looks good to me, but it's like, where do you put it? You know, that little bitty office, the guest room, it's tied in there too. Y'all, that's just some questions that I have. And I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss about the instruments and what I can do. I don't want to do too much, because when you downsize and you get into a smaller space, you don't want to junk it up. You don't want to put too much stuff in it to where it looks overdone or too crowded, or like you just got too much junk, right? You don't want to do that. I'm real hesitant about some of the stuff that I put up. You know, I need curtains and stuff still. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take my time and make sure I get exactly what I want. I know I want plantation shutters, but I still think I want some curtains, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and sit on this for a little while. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all in there, show you what I've done so far in that closet. We have some questions for you guys, and this may not be me helping you very much. It might be you helping me, and that's what I love so much about this community that we have. My friends in here, they don't mind telling me their opinions or giving me advice. And, you know, sometimes it really helps. I love it myself. I love it. We're just gonna, y'all, we got to get this we got to start right here. So we're going to do this. We're going to get this started. And like it or not, you know, we always feel better once this bed is made, you know. So, y'all, let's just do it. Let's get it done. Let's just do it. So, here we go. And I don't know about you guys. I'm particular about my bed and like how it's made. I am. And sometimes I change it. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I change it up. But it's the little things. I was telling you guys in the last video, it's those little things that drive me nuts. I mean, everything just gotta be just so okay. You know, it's a handicap, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a handicap. So, you know, it is what it is.
Chasing waterfalls. Oh, you've got me chasing waterfalls. Oh, you got me chasing waterfalls. Oh, you got me chasing waterfalls.
All right, you guys, let's take a look at these front porch plants, which I only have 3. No, I have 4. Let's see what they're looking like. Oh, there's a, oh, get back. I don't do anything flying. I don't do flies. I don't do any kind of flying bugs. No. That's why I want a fan for up here. Oh, there it is again. Well, I might just have to look out this way. Okay, my plants, I think they look okay. Yeah, I'll probably wait till this afternoon and get those watered. My ferns. Yeah, they're okay. Ouch. They're okay. So, okay, good deal. Okay, before I forget it, y'all, y'all been seeing this ugly black cord. I'm fixing to get that took care of too. I do have an extra sleek socket that I just brag about all the time. Kind of hate to use it in this outlet because there's only one thing that needs to be plugged in there. That sleek socket is going to be flat against that outlet, and there will be a white cord that goes down across, and then it'll have a plug-in under here that you can hide under your furniture. So I still got to do that. You know, it's those little things that you have to wait, but it'll come. You know, it'll come. You just can't do every little thing all at once. But you know, I kind of hate to use that sleek socket just on one thing to plug in. That's an eyesore, and every time I look at it, I just want to gag. It bothers me so bad. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to share with y'all. So, you know, I got this bench, and what I did empty out the 2 containers that I had in the guest room on those shelves for my sheets. I had one for fitted sheets, I had one for flat sheets, and I also had a small one for pillowcases. Well, that's gone. I was able to get rid of those, and it's not perfect, but it fits. It does fit. And y'all, every time I open this, it kind of pulls it out a little bit, so I have to push it back in. But anyway, I threw away a bunch, y'all. I threw away a whole bunch, but I was able, and I just paired it the best I could. You know, the pillowcases you know, white with white, gray with gray. This is one of those I was telling y'all in the last video, when you order something and it comes in and it's not really the right color that you really thought it was going to be. But I still have these, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to use them. They're going to be fine. Because I don't really have anything this green color either, but I have the set. I had to get rid of a lot, but I've still got plenty. As a matter of fact, I've got too much, y'all. I've got too much. But anyway, this is what that wound up looking like. I think it's perfect. I don't need anything more than this. And so, yeah, it's worked out all right. That's what that is looking like. And let me take you in here. All right, let's go on in here, you guys. Let's go on in here. Okay, still have not, I still want a plantation shutter there, still want curtains. That's going to come later. I'm not there yet. This closet, if you guys will remember, there was a time I could not close the door and it was just piled all the way up to the top. I mean, all the way up. Now, what I've got in the works right now is a TV, and y'all, this putting a TV in here has been a challenge. Me and John both, we have laid in here on the bed and we're like, okay, where would it be the most comfortable? We could possibly put it over here in this corner. And, you know, some people have suggested not putting it very high so that you don't have to be looking up, right? Well, there's nowhere to sit in here to be watching TV. You're laying in this bed. So having it up high doesn't break your neck. And that's why it's up high in our room too. We've went all over this room and I was like, well, we could get a piece of furniture. We could put it here and angle it. We could put it above that doorway. There's just no good space to install one. And I don't want another piece of furniture in here because it's not a huge room. It's not. We're going to have to install it, you know, on the wall. And believe me, we went all over this room trying to figure out the best place to do it. And y'all, I think what we've come up with, and this is going to be probably the next thing that we do, because we've got some company coming to stay, but we still want to give them a TV in here somewhere, right? Well, y'all, I think it's going to have to go up above there, which means John will have to put an outlet up there and up here, and he can do all that stuff. I don't know how much of a pain it's going to be, and the TV is going to have to be small because there's not a lot of space there, but that is probably going to be next on our list to do. But let's take a look, you guys, at this closet. And first of all, you have to remember what it did look like in the beginning. What it did look like. This is where I'm at. Y'all, you know, I was talking about anybody with a pillow addiction. Well, I also have a jacket addiction. I like jackets, vests, not blazers. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It is too much. I don't need all this stuff. Look, I got this one in Cozumel. I don't need y'all, this is so terrible. This here, in this bag, that's my cheerleading jacket from when I was 14. I got Ravens Letterman jacket. It's just insane at the jackets that I've hung on to. But anyway, it is what it is, and it's taken up this whole space. It has to. There's nowhere else for it to go. This comforter right here doesn't belong here. Doesn't even belong in this house. It goes to the boat. And I have two on the beds down in the cuddy, and they're this same one. I bought 3 of them. You know, if I need to bring one home and wash it, I'll have another. This really needs to go to the boat, but guess what? There's no storage on the boat either, like to store a comforter. Nothing this big and bulky. There's just not the storage. So I crammed it in here, right? Hats and gloves are in this bin over here. I've got to have hats and gloves. You know, the winters here are, you never know about Arkansas. You just don't. I do have to have that. Now, I did have bins here for my sheets, pillowcases, all this type of stuff. And I did manage to empty out all these for guests. And I put this little laundry basket down here for their dirty clothes, whatever. I was able to empty out this rod because you never know. You know, if somebody is spending the weekend with you, they need somewhere to hang their clothes. Well, it's not going to go there. I've got that cram plumb full. But I did want to offer some kind of space. So I was able to do that and clean all this out. And y'all, this was just a dang nightmare. It was plumb full of stuff. I have very few linens here, blankets. There's a quilt. Y'all, I'm keeping this thing. And I don't use it on a bed. And I'll tell you, I'll tell you about this. I got this at Goodwill. And it was in perfect condition. It's a quilt. It's got rounded edges. But I would put this around the base of my Christmas tree every year. Well, guess what? I sold all my Christmas stuff. I don't even have hardly any Christmas stuff. But I thought, I'm keeping that just in case I buy another Christmas tree. You know, a big one. So anyway, but that's what that really is for. My question for you guys is way up here. Okay. Remember our music room? Y'all, look at that extra comforter. It's not like in good shape or anything. It's just pretty comfortable, you know, to curl up in. So I kept it, stuffed it up there, right? There's games. Oh, there's games up there. Why? I don't know why we're keeping them. I don't. We don't play them. Anyway, but we have them, so that's where they're at. Now, we do have these instruments, and I've got a guitar stand, like a floor stand, up here. And my original idea was to, and I'll go back to this mess here in a second, but my original thought was, you know, a guitar on a stand. You know, if you play it or not, which, you know, I have family members that do, you know, John does. To me, it's almost, when you display it correctly, it looks like a piece of decor. I like it, even though, you know, I do lean coastal. I like coastal stuff, but music is a big part of our life too, or especially, maybe not so much me, but to other people in the family. And plus, we have all these instruments, right? I would really, really like, and I looked at this and I was like, oh, guitar here hanging on the wall, guitar over here. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's an option. I don't want to cram it too full in here. I want it to be minimal. I really want to display the instruments if I can. And I'll show you something here in just a second. So when guests come, y'all, my point is, I tried to give them as much space in this little closet as I could. Maybe you can get some luggage in there. Maybe. I don't know. But y'all, I'm still holding on to, well, I want to keep a little fan in here for guests, because you never know. You know, hot flashes, hello. You know, you never know. I still have all these albums, record player back there. This will be gone before long, but you know, it's a challenge trying to figure out what to do with stuff. Anyway, let me take you in here, and I want to get y'all's take on this idea too. Hang on. Okay, well, first of all, do not look at the condition of the office. Again, when you move, you got crap piled up everywhere. And that's pretty much how this office is, right? And y'all, this office is so small, but I still look at it and I'm like, how in the world did John cram all his stuff in here? But he did it. And his collection, his bourbon that he likes to collect. This was my thought on as far as the instruments. Like at least one guitar, maybe two. Okay, we got this little piece of art here. And y'all, we've had motorcycles in the past, and it was so crazy. I wish we still had them. We sold them, and one time we got a pool put in. One time we bought a ski boat, something for the whole family. You know how life changes. And anyway, we don't have a motorcycle now, but we sure miss going and riding. Oh, so much fun. But that's what this photo is. It's a motorcycle. I'm like, okay, if I got rid of that, I might could hang one, maybe two guitars here. I don't know if two would fit in there. I really don't. And then I'm like, well, this little piece of a wall, it might hold one. I don't know. But I'm thinking this little art piece could potentially go, it might fit up above here. It might be too tight. You know, I don't know. I really don't. But it might fit up there or above that doorway or here on this wall. You know, it would fit here for sure. That might be the best place. I don't know. But, you know, this has got this little pocket door. And sometimes, you know, I feel sorry for John when he's working in here because I'm like, oh gosh, this is tight. This is so tight, you know. But he likes it. He does. He likes it. He said, it's all I need. It's all I need. I don't need that great old big office that we had in that big old house, music room, all that stuff with that bar. I mean, it was beautiful. It really was. It was nice. But he was like, do you need it? Do you really need that? You know, this is all I need. And so anyway, but yeah, that's my idea as far as the instruments. And then that way I can get them out of the top of that closet, at least a couple guitars. And we have kind of rehomed the piano. It's still not ours, but it's Raven's piano. But we do have a musician friend that is keeping it for us. And, you know, maybe one day when, you know, she moves out of her apartment and gets a home, gets a house, you know, maybe she'll have room for it. And he said, look, whenever she wants it, she can have it back. He said, but I have room for it and I would use it. I would play it. So that's where that piano went. And, you know, you just find solutions the best you can when you downsize and stuff. But anyway, that's my situation or my ideas, should I say, about the guitars. I really want those out of that closet and displayed if we can. So I don't know, y'all, leave me your idea. Now, I don't want any instruments like in my living space or nothing like that. I don't want that. It needs to be in a bedroom or that office or something like that. But I don't want it like, you know, in here or anything. Anyway, that's where I'm at, you guys. All right, well, I'm gonna get off of here, wrap this up, but please give me your opinion and kind of let me know what y'all think about those instruments. And I'm just gonna keep rocking on, and I'm just gonna keep chipping one little thing at a time off of my list. And I really do think, like I was just saying, a little TV up here for a guest. Y'all, I just want to provide a TV. You know, my grandkids, they lay in here. I don't want them to have to be looking at their phone and stuff if they want to watch something on Netflix or whatever. So that TV is going to be one of the next things. Another thing that's a priority, well, two. One is a new computer. John was telling me ours is just about to crap out. And so we're going to have to replace that. This is another thing that's fixing to have to be replaced, this TV. And y'all, it's big, you know, it is. So when I watch this TV, it looks blue. It does. The color's not good on it. And It's old. It really is. It's a really old TV. But, you know, we just keep hanging on to it. As long as it works, we just keep hanging on to it. But that's going to be another one. But y'all, TVs are not really that expensive right now. Not like they used to be. So we might do both TVs at the same time. I'm not sure. But, you know, all you can do is one thing at a time. Make a priority list and go from there. I mean, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I want a glass storm door on the front. I want all these plantation shutters. I need curtains. There's just a ton. I want to extend this little square of a patio all the way to the fence and down the back of the house because we're outside people. You know, you just cannot do every little thing all at the same time. So we've been talking, and John's like, we need to make a list on what needs to be done first, what our priorities are, and we'll just start checking them off as we do it. So, you know, that's just what we're going to do, and it might take us a while. It might, but eventually, one day, everything will be done, and we'll be so glad that, you know, we did it that way, and we don't want to go in debt. We don't want to go in any kind of debt at all. We're in a good place with no debt right now, and I don't want to incur any more for nothing. Now, well, I say that. I just bought a vehicle. I do have that debt, you know. But point being is be patient, do one thing at a time, and go from there. And, you know, I just think that's the best way to do it. So anyway, you guys help me out on some of this stuff, and I'm going to shut this down, and I'll talk to y'all soon in the next one. I have no idea what my next one's going to be. Oh, I will tell you this. And this might be the next one. We are, in a few days, we are going to check out 2 wedding venues that are totally opposite. We're going to go check them out because, you know, my youngest daughter, she's fixing to get married, y'all, and I'm so excited. We're going to go with her and her fiance, and we're going to look at these venues, and hopefully we will be able to pick one of them. We're just looking at 2. And I know one is a little basic, one is phenomenal. One's a lot cheaper than the other. I don't know what's going to happen, but I look so forward to doing that. So some of that might be in my next video, but you guys, I don't know from one day to the next what this life is going to look like over here. You know, I don't. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to shut it down, and thank you for hanging with me once again. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.
You do to me, play my emotions like a pair of puppet strings. Did it ever occur to you?